So here we are in Turkey, enjoying a little bit of sunshine and R&R. Not gonna deny it, since we've got here we've basically shamelessly sunbathed. But this morning I started right, we got to the airport early. It was a really early start. I had no sleep overnight. Stayed up until 5 in the morning to get the edit done that you guys previously saw to this episode. Basically had an hour's sleep, went to the airport, got some porridge with apricots, dates and pomegranate seeds, skimmed milk, and that was the start to the day. Just wanted to start getting some carbs in there. Now normally if you weren't doing what I was doing, which was flying, you'd want something a little bit quicker in there. You'd also want some meat or some protein levels in there, but because I was getting on a plane, I didn't really want a lot of meat in my stomach or anything like that, because it just, with me, it doesn't agree. It makes me bloated and horrible. So we had a 4.5 hour flight with a 2-hour delay, but now we're here. Had some lunch, done some sunbathing. Hopefully the added benefit of being here in the sun is that heat's going to help the loading phase, bring out that vascularity, help just sweat. I always look better in the sun. I don't know why. I'm part Cypriot, I guess, and that's why I'm designed for the heat. This is an all-inclusive resort, so that means there is a huge array of foods. It's an endless array, so when you come to places like this, it's about being smart. And obviously with what I'm doing here, we forgot to bring food scales. Now, if I was on prep and I was coming away, I would 100% bring a set of food scales with me, and I would weigh what I'm putting onto my plate. I don't give a shit what everyone else around thinks of me. They think you're weird, who cares? It will keep me in shape and keep me being allowed to enjoy different types of foods. But since I don't have that, what I'm doing is eyeballing. Now, I've been doing macros for years, which means I'm very good at eyeballing and understanding portion control. So for my main lunch meal, what I did was I had a stuffed pepper, which I know can hold around 60 grams of cooked rice. Alongside that, I had some white sauteed potatoes, so a little bit of fat, but really in essence not too much with the way they were cooked. White potato, it's quick, it's low fiber, that's what we kind of want at this stage. Alongside that, I had some chicken breast with some braised beef, so I'm getting in some of the protein, some of the fats that I'm going to need just to help perk the body up and keep that consistency. What I don't want to be doing is having to eat a dump load of white rice, because obviously I don't have to hand things that I would normally eat on a day like this, which would be things like jam, peanut butter and caramel rice cakes. So instead what I've gone for is the fruit juice option. Now if you do macros and you count your food, you'll know that fruit juices are not macro friendly in terms of volume. They're highly condensed, calorific, high carb sources, which for me right now is perfect. Plus, because fruit sugars are mainly fructose, which is only bad when it's in corn syrup, that means it's not going to make me feel too full or bloated, and it means a 250ml, which is a small glass serving, is going to go down easy but still provide me with around about 15 to 20 grams of carbohydrate. If you think I sound a little bit weird, it's because I've got my Invisalign back in, which I've been a naughty boy and not been wearing, so I'm committed to that as well. So with everything logged into MyFitnessPal, which you guys can go and check out, link to my food vlogs in the description, which is basically a link to this page directly. You can see that today so far my macros sit at 243 carbohydrates, 39 fat and 83 protein. Now from this point on, what I want to kind of avoid really is any more fats, because I'm going to utilize a little bit of those just before the reveal, before the pump up. And then also my little trick starts with getting myself 2 grams of table salt, wrapped it up in a paper towel, and I've got that ready to rock and roll for this evening when we're going to the gym and do the reveal. Another important factor if you're doing this on a show, for like a peak moment in the day, you're going to need to get a pump up in after kind of every second meal or every large macro intake. Since I forgot to bring my bands because I'm awesome at packing for holidays, what will have to suffice is hitting out a few press ups, a few lunges, some sissy squats, and just get the blood pumping. And that's all we want. We're just helping draw that glycogen and pull that water in alongside into the muscles, keep the body ticking over. Especially since for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much just going to be working on my tan. See you in a bit. Or if that's a bit boring, you could try a bit of this.
Hello? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and 6 foot ball. I wish I was like 6'9", so I could get with Leo. Cause she don't know me, but yo, she's really fine. You know I see her all the time, everywhere I go, and even in my dreams I can scheme a way to make her mine. Cause I know she's living fat. Her boyfriend's tall and he plays ball, so how am I gonna do with that?
They call me Sandals, son. So at this point I had my final meal, and it stacked up pretty much similar to the other one that you saw at lunchtime. It was the same, just meats. I had rice, but what I then did was utilize the last of my fats that I had over, And also to get some fast carbs in, I had some fun desserts. So I had myself some chocolate looking cake. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me some fast acting sugars. It's going to give me some of those fats that I want to help bring out that vascularity and tighten the body up, ready for the reveal. The only other one thing that I did do, 20 minutes before going into the hard pump up session, prior to the reveal, I did my warm up, and just prior to that, I took 2 scoops of this. This is EHP's PSI non-stimulant pre-workout, and this one is focused on vasodilation and pump. But what this does have in there, which is important, it's got the arginine and it's got the citrulline malate in there, which is going to help me look fuller, help me get a positive nitrogen tension and increase that pump. So that's everything. And with that, let's head to the gym. So here we are, day 7, meals in, warm up done. Remember that little thing of salt that I got earlier? I'm gonna slam that now with the rest of this bottle of water, around 250 ml of water. Then I'm just gonna go full body, high volume, get super pumped, let all that salt get soaking up, all those carbs get drawn into the muscle, keep my water up, keep driving. Then it's time for the reveal. It's been a long 7 days. Not gonna lie, some of it's been a bit grueling with those low numbers, but we're finally here. And I hope you guys are learning something very important from this, that everything that you see, although true, is not always all the time. So once we finish this mini transformation, moving on from here, it's into those 3 challenges I've set myself of the Tough Mudder Marathon, the boxing match, and the physique show at the end of the year. This is just the beginning. So there we go, the 2 grams of salt. This is going to help me tighten up, bring that water into the muscle, increase vascularity, but it's only going to last me around about 35 minutes. It's also going to taste pretty freaking foul.
Are you scared? I am you.
I'm in my element. Money getting bigger, that's the evidence. They wanna see me fall, I promise you I never slip. I'm on the grind, do it for the dead presidents. Dead presidents. I'm shining, yeah, I feel like Thomas Edison. Henny in my cup, that Henny be my medicine. On the grind, yeah, I'm stacking up these Benjamins. Rap game ain't got no fucking benefits. They wanna see me fall, I promise you I never slip. I'm on the grind, do it for the dead presidents. Dead presidents.
And there you have it, 7 days. That's all that took. It's about knowledge of manipulation of the body. It's about understanding acute effects versus long-term effects. It's about understanding that not every single moment that is captured on social media in a video is not how that body is 100% of the time. Just like when you see a movie star in a photograph for a movie and they look amazing, that's not how they look when they wake up on a Monday goddamn morning after a long ass weekend. I really hope that this has opened up a lot of your eyes to feel better about maybe not feeling perfect every day, to feel better about not being able to look exactly like that person you inspired to look like in their photos, because we are all on the same path. We all have potential. Yes, some have better genetics and are going to reach that potential faster. That doesn't mean that you cannot be the best version of yourself every single day, every single session, every single goal that you set yourself. Just be realistic, understand the path you're on, how long it's going to take you, realistic timelines, realistic goals, smaller goals that will all add up over a long period of time to achieving that one big goal. And trust me, by the time you get there, you'll already have another one set. Thank you all very, very much for joining me on this journey. It's been fun, but now we've got more to do. So until the next time that I see you, it's been Lex, 7-day challenge. If you've joined in with me, tag me in your photos, put them up and hashtag 7 days with Lex. Show me what you accomplished. Till the next one, crew.